Hello everyone, this is John Pyron, and I've got on the line Grant Perry and Alex Perry. Say hi, guys.
Hello. Hello.
Okay, so here's what we're going to do on today's call. Okay, Grant and Alex have agreed to allow me to set up their entire system for them and have it recorded and be able to use as a training module. So we're not going to do a presentation on this call, in this recording, but what we're going to do is we're going to go step by step how you set up your $1 Million appointment setting system. Literally, we're going to set up every single component to it. We're going to actually do a marketing touch email today, and they're going to be able to have this system for pretty much for the rest of their lives and use it in any other business that they want to use it in. Okay. First thing we got to do is we've got to get a CRM. One of my favorite CRMs is called Less Annoying CRM. Now, if you're watching this video, I'd appreciate it if you would use my affiliate link for Less Annoying CRM. And it's called www.johnpyronsalestraining.com/recommended CRM. So www.johnpyronsalestraining.com/recommended CRM. And then what happens is they'll sign, anybody that signs up under my affiliate link, I will get a percentage of their monthly fee. Now, what I would recommend you do once you get your Less Annoying CRM account is sign yourself up as an affiliate. It's for free, but anybody you recommend this CRM to, you can put yourself in a position to be able to get a residual income from that. It's a little small percentage, but at the end of the day, we have a little screen adjustment there, okay? And so what we're going to do is we're going to log in right now, and I'm going to log in as Grant. So, and okay, when you first log in, they've already logged in and kind of began the setup, is you have a beginner's guide, and the beginner's guide is going to be your best friend. And the reason I chose this CRM to recommend is because it's one of the simplest CRMs I've ever seen. It's all online. You can get it on your laptop, your iPad, your cell phone, any of those types of devices, you can get it. And let me see, here's something going on. 1 second. All right. And so it has a beginner's guide. So down there at the bottom, step by step, every single aspect of this CRM that you're going to need to know exists in this CRM. So once you go through the videos, the total videos is going to take about 30 minutes, but you'll know everything you need to know about the CRM. Let's go over here to the settings section. Settings section is kind of the central area. This is where you can do everything you can from this area. You can do right here from the settings section. You can import contacts, export contacts, manage users. You can track pipelines, so you can track your sales, and you can create pipelines here. You can create your own custom fields, groups, company name and colors. All the personal settings are here. Mobile features, okay? Google account integration, if you want to do email marketing, because understand there's a difference between a CRM and an email marketing database. Email marketing means that people have to opt in order to receive a email blast. Sending somebody a personal email is not email marketing, okay? So email marketing, they integrate with MailChimp. So if you already have an existing MailChimp account, it's even better because you just connect the two.
That's what we had problems with, John. Again, I think it was just not being versed enough to know how they integrated.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, MailChimp is what you would use for, if you're going to have somebody opt in on your website, right? And you want to send them a series of auto-response emails. That's what MailChimp's for. For the sake of doing an appointment setting system that we're talking about, we don't even need that in place. It's not required. Okay. Programmer API, this is you give access to your web guy, and ultimately your web guy can integrate your website. Okay, so let's go back up here to groups. One of the things that we need to do is we need to get 8 groups set up. Right now we have these 3 groups. You guys have started with group 1. And so all we're going to do, now here's the cool thing about Less Annoying CRM. Every single thing that you want to do, there's always going to be the how-to video in the upper left-hand corner. No matter what you're trying to do in the CRM, there will always be all the videos that are in the beginner's guide, they all follow what you're trying to do. So you can always watch a quick video on how to set up a group. So all you do is you hit create group, and we're going to start giving these groups a name. So we're going to go group 2, and I'm going to copy this for the sake of time. We're going to go and I like to use numbers because it's going to sort properly. So I'm going to go and modify this, and it's going to say group 01.
Okay.
Okay, and then that way it sorts properly in the list. See how I did that?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm going to do it.
We're going to create our 8 groups. So we can start populating them. And we're going to put, in you guys' case, since you're doing multiple businesses, right, you can call this, I guess we can always rename it. We'll just call it Hopper. And we'll create the Hopper called Speaking.
That works.
Now, what a Hopper is as you prospect in these groups, okay, you're going to set appointments with people. Then you take them out of the group and you put them into the Hopper group. So when somebody says, hey, if you're prospecting to somebody, they agree to a free coaching session, or they agree to a having you come out and speak, you would take them out of the group, put them in the Hopper, and then now this group has room for one more contact. Okay, because people will eliminate themselves out of the group by either saying, hey, don't contact me anymore, and then you delete them, or they book an appointment with you, and then you take them out of the group and they go into the Hopper. So you're always going to have a Hopper full of 200 leads. You always want to have the crock pot full. Okay? All right, so now that we've got our groups set up, we can start populating them. You already have some in this group. We're going to populate group number 2 here. Okay, so how we're going to do that is we're going to go back to settings. Okay, and they make it easy. You can either go here or under, if you just wave your mouse, see where it says import contacts, right? So you can just import contacts. And we're going to import it from a spreadsheet. Okay, because we we chose a spreadsheet. So what we're going to do is we're going to find the file on my desktop, and I created one called Grant Perry. And then we're going to upload the file. Now here's the cool thing before I get off the screen is there's a video that'll walk you through step by step how to do this. So we're going to upload this file. And then what happens is you come to this screen, you need a field map. So it has identified the following fields in the file that I'm uploading, and it's mapping them to the fields in Less Annoying CRM. Okay? So work email, first name, last name, work phone, state, job title, everything is good to go. I can select contact here, but I don't need to because it's going to populate their first and last name. Okay. So if I want them, it's full name, okay, is what it would be called in there. Okay, and so when you're importing leads, you can create whatever fields you want, and then you can create custom fields over here. So we've got these are all mapped now, okay, and down here you can see what they look like, okay. You can already down here at the bottom see, okay, yeah, that looks great, 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 everything's good, fantastic, okay. Now all we got to do is we got to finalize the import, and it'll take a couple of seconds. Okay, contacts have been imported. Before you get off the screen, this is the most important thing. You want to add them to a group. So see where it says add these contacts to a group? You see that?
Yes.
Okay. So all you would do, you can add a note to them, and so you could say, okay, I'm going to add a note. I'm going to say leads given by John Pyre. So for doing this call with me and agreeing to allow me to record, I'm going to give you guys 25 leads. And so you're able to know where those are coming from. So when you call them, you can say, hey, we were referred to you by John Pyre. Okay. Now, I want to add them to a group. Okay, so I'm going to sit add to a group, and I just select the group that I want. We're going to add these to group number 2.
Wow.
Okay. And now I can either import more contacts or I can go to my workspace. I'm going to go to my workspace. Okay. I'm going to go back over here to settings. I want to go to groups. And I can see now group 2 is populated. I can go view contacts. And up here at the top, see where it says contacts and companies? I can sort by just the contacts only. Okay, and I'm going to make this the default setting. Okay, so now it's got verified 25 leads in a group. Here's all their information. Okay. And I can select all, I can sort by, I can add an advanced filter, I can do all kinds of stuff in here, I can search. Okay. But in this case, we're going to go, if you click on this person's name, okay, it puts everybody else in the group to the right-hand side. Okay. It has their email address, their name, what group they're a part of. I can add them to more groups if I want, just by doing that. Okay. I can go down here and I can edit and update their company info, their contact info. Okay. Anything I do keeps a thread, right? So they were added to the CRM just now. There's a note here that says it was given to you guys by me, so you know where it came from. Okay.
Well, thank you.
And now you have that group. Now, one of the things that you want to do, and I'm going to show you how to do this, is you can create your own custom fields. Okay. So in this case, we're going to create a new custom field, and before I do that, there's a video on how to do it. Okay. And so one of the things I always like to know is if a lead was referred to me by somebody, referred by is a new field. Okay, now I have a referred by field. Okay. So when I go to my contacts in that group, I can now go view contacts, okay, and I can now go to this person, and I can add them to the referred by field. So I can edit their contact info. So referred by right here. Okay, so John Hiram. Okay. Save changes. Okay, and now you can see where they're referred by. Now, if we were to go and do this import again, right, I can select this field. I can have that field in the spreadsheet.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so and then when I import it, I can add it to the deal. So now that we got these set up, we need to go over and we need to check. Okay, let's go to settings, and we want to integrate this with our email system. Okay, so email settings right here. Okay. Daily agenda email, so you can set up, okay, if you want to be notified, you can have a daily agenda email sent to you every day. We can send you periodic help emails, major product updates. So this is where you control your email notification settings. So do you guys want to be notified of these three things?
Yes. We've already got it, but yes.
Yes.
Okay. So the default email program is we're going to make Gmail. Do you guys use Outlook on your local computer, or do you use just Gmail?
No,
That?
Gmail.
Okay. So we're going to make Gmail the preferred email program. So from now on, when you click on an email address, they're going to automatically launch your Gmail.
Okay.
Okay. And then you can always change this setting if you need to.
Okay.
If you're using a voice over IP service, which you're not, so you can use, this integrates with an organization called RingCentral. So you can literally make phone calls off the CRM. RingCentral, or you can not, right? So you can do Skype, right? If you're,
We have Skype. We have Skype.
okay. Well, here's where you would use this. Is if you have a phone system that you can tie into, or if you're out in the field, Grant, and you're going to make your less annoying calls from the CRM from your phone.
Okay.
You can actually press the phone number, and it'll automatically integrate with your phone.
Oh.
So you don't have to have a list. You can just literally make calls right off your phone.
Oh.
But that's this area, personal preferences. So return to main settings page. Okay. And so, and then Google integration. Okay. Syncing in the last sync. Now, what's interesting is I don't know how this is going to, since I'm doing this on my computer, I don't know how this is going to work if I launch it. So let's take a look here. So let's go back to groups. We're going to test the email setting. Okay. I'm going to go to group 2. Ahad. And I'm going to hit his email. And that's going to integrate with my Gmail because I'm on my computer.
Okay.
Okay. When you're running this from your computer, it'll integrate with your email.
Okay.
Understood.
All right.
Okay.
So now that that is set up, we need to have a script. Okay. So what you do, let me pull it up here.
Let's review this one.
Let's see here. Let's do this. All right. So now let's see here. Let's do this. Let's go. You have a video up there, right?
Sure.
Yes, we do. But it's one of those that is not published?
Oh, you don't have it published?
No.
Okay.
We just, yeah, it's like, you know, we didn't want to do it. The ones that we send, we just send the
No
link.
worries. No worries. We'll just use one of mine for the example's sake here.
Okay.
So I'm going to go, let's see here, just play the game. That looks like a good one in the video series, the Ultimate Referral System. Okay. So I'm going to use this video. I'm going to cut and paste this link. And what we're going to do is we're going to come up with a script. So I have my signature in here already, and basically let's come up with a script real quick. So I'm going to go now. What I've discovered after doing lots of emails, and I actually discovered this with one of my clients, is they hired me to set up their sales systems. And one of the things I discovered is I can come up with a fancy subject line like, check out this amazing referral system, right? And it's going to be treated just like any other spam message, okay? Since I'm sending this email to Ahad, basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to go, hello, Ahad. And then I'm going to go, hello, Ahad. Okay. And so let me pull up my email here. And let me find one of my signatures here. And so I'm going to start off, hello, Ahad. Now the cool thing is he's going to open the email. Most of the time they're going to open the email because it's their name. Okay? So if you got an email that came into your email system and it said, hello, Grant, would you open it?
I guess so. Our own name is music to our ears.
Exactly. And so we're going to keep it, we want the video to do the work, not our email. Okay, so basically I'm going to say something like, hello, Ahad, I was thinking about what I can send you this week that would add value to your next sales meeting. And the topic of referrals came to mind. So instead of explaining it on a long email, I created a short YouTube video you can watch. Short video that you can watch or share with your team. Here's the link. If you would like me to explain further how to teach this to your team, or if you would like me to be a, if you would like me to provide a customized workshop for your team, please let me know. In fact, here's a link to my calendar. There's a link that will give you access to my calendar. To schedule a time for us to speak. Much success, John Pyron. Okay. And I'm going to put the time trade link in there. Now, for those of you that don't know what time trade is, I'm going to explain it to you. Okay. All right. Okay. Now, one of the things that I have found is people read the PS section of an email. I'm going to go normal. I'm going to go PS. If you would like some additional resources, check out my website at www.johnpyron.com. Okay? And so literally what you're going to do is you're going to take this we're going to create a document, okay? We're going to cut and paste this bad boy. In the document, and here's what I'd recommend. I'm going to hit Save As. Marketing touch scripts.
Okay.
Okay?
Okay.
Because what you're going to find out is you can pretty much use the same script over and over again. You just change the link. Okay?
Yeah, that's a good idea.
And so now that we have this in place, right, all I'm going to do is I'm going to hit send. Okay? And then if I refresh, okay, once the Google email confirms that I sent the email, that the email actually sent, it'll populate here where it'll say sent email. And then literally all you need to do, go back to the screen. So what my assistant Mark does, okay, and prior to Mark I had to do this myself, okay, once you have the system in place. Now let me, before I go any further, Let me explain what TimeTrade is. TimeTrade is an online appointment setting system. You can sign up for TimeTrade right here. You get 30 days for free. Okay? So for the sake of time, I've already signed up for TimeTrade and I've already used TimeTrade. So let me go into the back end of my TimeTrade system. Come on, people. All right, let's do it this way. Okay. When you log into TimeTrade, you have the ability to create different activity types. So I have one called 30-minute Skyrocket Your Sales Coaching Session. Okay? You can feel free to use my script. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back to this Marketing Touch script document, and I'm going to cut and paste my script, and you guys can use it for yourself. Modify it to yourself. Okay, so basically what I'm going to do here is I'm going to edit the details. Okay, so in TimeTrade has step-by-step videos that will walk you through this. Okay, so I set it up as the activity is Skyrocket Your 30-minute Skyrocket Your Sales Coaching Session. The duration of the appointment is 30 minutes. Okay, a brief description of it. It's going to be by phone call. I can prompt the invitees to enter to provide a phone number when you call them. Okay, and then you click Next. And then you can include a welcome message, or you can ask them to answer a question. So I've included this welcome message. Okay, and so in the welcome message, Control A, Control C. Let me cut and paste this into this Word document over here. Basically what it says is, welcome to my online calendar. By clicking on the continue button, you will be presented with some available times for you and I to talk. During this complimentary coaching session, it will be extremely helpful if you are in a place with very little distraction, for the time will be spent focused on you and your unique situation. At minimum, you will receive 2 ideas that you can implement immediately to better your results. I look forward to getting to know you better. Success, John Pyron. So what you guys are going to want to do is you can use this exact same template right here, but you customize it to yourself. You want to keep it short, sweet, and simple. Okay? And so I already have that in there, and then I said, okay, what question would I like to know about this person when I give them a free coaching session? So what is your greatest sales challenge? Is there anything you feel I should know? And those are the only 2 questions I have. Okay. And then I finished. Now I've got these templates set up. Now what I want to do is I want to have availability. What is my availability? Now, see this link right here? This is the customized link for that appointment. Okay. So under availability, okay, I have put all these slots in here that people can book a free coaching session with me for. I've decided that I'm no longer working on Monday. So I took those available time slots out. Okay? On Saturday, I'm going to move this to Saturday there. I'm going to do it every week. Okay? And let me do this real quick, and I'll show you how to actually create one from scratch. Okay, so I'm no longer going to work on Monday, but on Thursday, I want to create a new slot. Okay? On Wednesday, that slot's no longer going to work because I do Preston's Karate, so I'm going to move that every week. Now, that will no longer be an available time. On Thursday, I want to create some new time slots that are available. Okay? So I'm going to go Reoccur this every Thursday. Yes. Okay. And then I want to hit save. Okay. And that's as simple as it is. I've created a 30-minute slot there. And then I can do it again over here on Friday. And then I can do it here. And then I can do it here. And then I can do it here. And then I go back. Now see where it says recur?
Yes.
Do you see that?
Yeah.
So that means it's a reoccurring appointment. That means I only have to set this up one time. These right here where it does not say reoccur, these are one-time appointments.
Okay.
Okay? So
is that for the free one? Is that like when you do free coaching?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
So what I've done is all I'm doing is I'm setting up a reoccurring appointment. So I want this to recur every Friday, so I just hit save.
Okay.
Reoccur, save. Reoccur, save. Reoccur, save. Okay. And now what will happen is those time slots, if it's available in my calendar, will be available. Okay. So now I'm going to hit finish. Okay. And it will tell you, okay, appointment availability. Now, under availability, if you go to advanced availability options, right, I can say, okay, don't let users book appointments on the current day. I always have that because I don't like last-minute appointments.
Okay.
Okay. By default, this is not checked.
Okay.
Okay. The other thing is I can let them book appointments up to 6 weeks in advance, and you can change that however much you want right there. I don't want them to be presented with more than 2 time slots per day. So even though all these time slots are open, I don't want them to think I'm totally available.
Okay.
So I can literally put, hey, it doesn't matter if I have nothing booked that day. They only see that there's one appointment available, and it creates a scarcity thing. Okay?
Okay.
And so we can do it that way. Okay. Now, those are appointments. Now I have a 60-minute appointment. People like to smoke cigars with me, so I actually have a cigar appointment, Grant.
Yeah.
I have a golf appointment. I have a group presentation discussion, right? So this is a link that's tied into my website, okay? And so when people click on, if they want to book me as a speaker, this is a special appointment that they book in there, and it has its own appointment setting script. People want to have lunch with me, there's lunch appointments here. A 15-minute quick phone call, okay? Now, you guys are lucky because this is a perfect time because I need to actually create a new one because what I'm looking for is I need to, I have certain clients, certain coaching clients that their schedule modifies on a regular basis. And my coaching slots are either an hour long or 45 minutes long. And so I'm going to actually create a new appointment setting calendar here. Okay. That is specific for my clients. And so I'm going to go create activity. I'm going to do it from scratch so you can see how to do it. Create activity from scratch, or you can create activity by copying details from an existing one. Okay? I'm going to do this from scratch so you guys can see it, okay? So this is going to be a 45-minute coaching session. Okay? 45 minutes, okay? Okay, it's going to be by phone, okay? And actually, and for these are going to be my clients, so I'm going to say following phone instructions. Your conference, your private conference line. Okay? Because all my clients, when I set my clients up as coaching clients, I give them their, like you guys are my coaching client, right? You guys have your own private line.
Yeah.
Okay? And so I'm going to hit next, and now it's going to say, okay, what availability? And all I'm going to do is I'm going to click on the availability. So I'm going to allow the following coaching slots to be available. So I would do probably, typically when I'm coaching somebody one-on-one, I have Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday at 7 a.m. I have 8, 9 on these days. Okay, so those are the 3 slots available in the morning. And in the afternoon, I typically will have 3, 4, 3, 4, 3, 4, 3, 4, 3, 4. Okay. Now, I'm not going to do this for the sake of time, but I am going to do one here. Okay, I'm going to set this up as a reoccurring. Okay, and I'm going to hit save. All these others, I'm going to come back in later on today and finish up making all these reoccurring. Okay. Availability slots, I'm not going to let them book. Actually, I am going to, since they're my clients, I'm going to let them book same-day appointments, right? And I'm going to, there's 5 slots. So I'm going to let them see 5 slots a day. I'm going to let them see the full calendar because there's only 5 slots. Okay. And we're going to do this, yeah, about 20 weeks into the future. It's totally fine. Okay. Next, now the next screen is I need to include a welcome message. Okay. So I'm going to edit this, and it comes up with an editor. I'm going to go click on the continue button below, bottom button below to book our session. Be sure you've completed all action items from the previous session before this call. You need to reschedule. Please let me know in advance. John Pyron. Save. What's your biggest need right now? Okay, so when they book their appointment, it's going to ask them what their biggest need is right now. Okay, it's going to have a welcome thing. Okay, and now basically it's done. Okay, this is the link right here.
Okay.
And you can have that set up. Okay, and so now I can send this to any client, and they can book any of my existing clients, and they can book their own session. Okay, so how this looks is if we go here, we grab this link, open up another browser, and we click this link in here. 45-minute coaching session.
Oh, wow.
They click continue. Okay, it automatically went to my calendar, and found availability. Okay, so they can click on 7 a.m. They can hit continue. They can put in their information. Okay, so they can go John Pyron, J-P-Y-R-N at johnpyron.com, 916-765-2996. Me, myself, and I. That's the company name. Okay. Sales. Okay. And I can hit continue. And it gives the details of the appointment. Then I can hit confirm. And now they can set it up in their calendar. They can export it to their Outlook, their Gmail, okay, or another appointment setting system. Okay.
That's the Apple one, the mail.
This one?
Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And so that's how simple it is. And so what happens is see here. I think it was a Wednesday, right?
Yep.
So in my calendar, here's all the information. Okay?
Yep.
Right there, boom, boom, boom. And so here's what I do. When somebody books a coaching session with me, okay, I remove it. I take their email address. Now, here's the cool thing. When you're doing a free coaching session, right, and you're not getting, this is so cool because if you have this set up and you're communicating with somebody on Facebook, okay, or LinkedIn, you don't have to ask them for their email address. You don't have to ask them for their phone number or any of that stuff. What you can do is, hey, check this out. All you got to do is go, hey, why don't I give you a free coaching session? And they say, well, sure. You cut and paste your link into the Facebook thread. They go and click on that link, and they have to give you all their contact information in order to set the appointment.
Wow.
And so now you got their name, their phone number, and their email address. And you didn't even have to ask for it. You just gave them a free coaching session.
And you're running that through Facebook, John?
Well, if I'm prospecting somebody on Facebook and I'm getting into a conversation with them, right? And they say, so John, what do you do? Oh, well, I help people like you increase their cash flow. Really? How do you do that? Well, I do one-on-one coaching. Oh, really? Yeah, you know what? In fact, I'm looking for some additional clients right now. Why don't I give you a free coaching session? And I'll give you a couple of ideas that will help you out, and you can get an experience of coaching with me, and if it's a fit, great. Oh, yeah, I love that. Okay, well, here's a link to my calendar. And then they book their own session.
Yeah, and they give you the email address. That's correct.
Yeah.
It's pretty cool.
So that's the benefit of time trade. Okay, and then you have it here, and you can modify these and change these any way you want. It integrates with your website.
John?
Yeah.
John?
Yeah?
Oh, lost the sound just for a second. It came back.
Yeah, it came back.
Came back.
Okay. And so if we go to...
I have a question for you. If you want to book, make an appointment, copy out of the existing appointments, you can book it up like that. You have two options when you're doing the appointments, right?
Yeah.
When you're creating, yeah, okay.
Yeah. And so if you go to my website, right, so where it says free coaching session here, see this click to schedule?
Uh-huh.
That is a time trade link. So if I click here, up comes my time trade. They go through, it goes and pulls the information from my calendar, and it gives them the slots.
Oh, okay.
Right? And then they can book their own session. Then I hit continue. Okay, so I can go 2 p.m. and hit continue. Puts in their information. Okay, and it just books the session. Contact, same thing. I have a whole different link, which is a 15-minute slot.
Oh, when it hits on your contact, that's what it takes you to. Okay.
And so this
Okay.
this link right here is
It's the
this link right here.
Oh, okay.
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 This link right here under free coaching is this link right here.
The 30. Okay.
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 And you can give it to your web guy, and they can implement it, right?
Yeah, they can import that. Yeah.
Okay. So that's time trade. So the benefit is I sent Ahad an email, right?
Yes.
And I don't know if it's going to show it in here because it won't show in here because your your information here, right?
Okay. Okay.
So if we go to let's see here. This is still you. Hold on just a second. Let's log out. So if we go settings and we go groups, this is mine, right?
Okay.
And so what you want to do is you want to get into a situation where ultimately you're going to have this. You're going to get an email, and it's going to be, this is my assistant, right? And it's like, John, attached is the latest contact information for group 2. Okay, I failed to include that in the morning report for today. So every morning he sends out my 25 marketing touches. And then what he does is he prints me my call list for today. So here's my call list for today, and all I'm going to do is print this out, and I'm going to call all these people.
Okay.
Wow.
Okay. And so what happens is he sent it to group 2. So if I go into group 2, and I go into Carl Martins, you'll see he sent them an email this morning at 8:45.
Okay.
Okay.
Got a video attached to that email.
If I view the email, right? Hello, Carl. Carl, you can learn a lot from professional football. One of the lessons I discovered is that showing up every game ready to play, it's not a time to practice. It's not a time to warm up. It's not now the email obviously looks different in the actual email system.
Yeah.
Okay. And so he can click on this video. Hello everyone, John Pirate here, and I want to send out this short video for a sales tip this week that you can. And it shows them a video. Now, I'm going to have to actually work with Mark because he's already. This is why you want to do this system before you hire an assistant, because he's already doing violating some of the rules that I have in place because he's a professional writer and he wants it to look good, right? I want this link. I don't want it to say video. I want it to be the actual YouTube link. Okay, because if I get an email from you and I don't know who you are, I'm not going to click on a link that I don't know.
Yeah, that's right.
Okay. Same thing with schedule a call. I don't want that in here. I want it to say time trade and all that other stuff.
Yeah.
Okay.
So people have a comfort zone with clicking on these different highlighted areas.
Yeah. Like people know they can look at the link and go, that is legit. That's YouTube.
Yeah.
Right? So some spam filters out there, right? Because I used to own a technology company, some spam filters out there will literally quarantine your email if you have an embedded link. This is what's called an embedded link.
Yeah.
Okay?
They'll do it.
So if it said YouTube, then it will not be an embedded link. Right? And what spam filters do is they verify the links before they allow it to come down to the email box. And so this right here, probably a lot of my emails are getting quarantined in somebody's spam folder. Okay?
Mail does it. You don't, when you get those, you don't get them.
Yeah. So yeah, when it goes in the spam filter, you never look at it, right?
No.
Okay.
Well, I'm glad you had to look at that today. That's a good thing.
Yeah. And so the key is a full hopper, you know, full 200 leads is happiness. Okay. So if we look at all my 8 groups are populated now, I can tell right away I got some work to do on group number 1. So if I go group number 1's down to 21. Okay. But since, you know, they got out of there somehow, some way, either they asked to be removed from the list or deleted. Next time group number 1 comes around, Mark will send me an email a couple of days before going, you need to add 4 more leads to group number 1. So I'm not even going to think about generating leads for this group until then. Okay? All right, so we covered less annoying CRM. We covered time trade. Ultimately, you can integrate all these things within your website. Okay?
Okay.
But the system is simple. All you got to do, all Mark does every morning is this. He goes to Less Annoying CRM. He did group 2 this morning. And all he's going to do tomorrow is he's going to go to here. He's going to go to group 3. Okay? He'll be sending me an email later today letting me know I need to add 1 more lead to this database. He'll click on here. And he'll sit here and he'll just click. He'll click. And he'll send. And then he'll click here. And he'll hit email. He'll click here. He'll hit email. He'll click here. He'll hit email. He'll click here. He'll hit email. He'll go all the way down the list. And he'll hit email. And
John, help me out here because I'm a little slow. So the subject line is going to be hello to that person.
Yep.
Automatically.
So if I was sending Terry an email,
yes, sir.
All I would do is I'd go, hello, Terry.
I got it. So you have to individually fill that out.
Terry. That's the only thing. See, I can send this out as a bulk email through MailChimp.
Yeah.
But it's not going to be a personal email.
That was my confusion, and that's what I was screwing up, so I thank you for explaining that. That was just the problem that I had created, not understanding.
And so all I'm going to do with her is I'm going to do this. Hello, Terry. I'm going to get rid of a HOD. Right? Remember we did a HOD earlier?
Yeah, Yep. And then you just change it.
And then I'm going to make sure the formatting is correct. Because this is actually pulling from my Outlook now. Okay. And I'm going to hit a space. So that becomes a hyperlink. Okay. And much success. Okay. And there you have it. And I'm going to put options. I want to put a red receipt. Because the cool thing about a red receipt is I can know when she looks at the email.
Okay.
Okay. And then I'm just going to hit send. Okay. And right here. Okay. Last time I sent her an email was August 18th.
Oh.
Once that email goes out and it verifies, it'll say this. Now I've been sending her emails. I first added her to the CRM on June 18th.
Okay.
I sent her a marketing touch here, 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 and then now today.
And you're making a phone call after every one of those videos goes out, John?
Well, I haven't needed any new clients, so I have not called this lady at all.
I understand. Okay, that I appreciate. Thanks for the clarification on that.
So,
I get it.
So, but I am looking for new clients now. So what I'm gonna do, I make Mark send me the list anyways. Okay.
Okay.
So all Mark did this morning, because he sent it to group number 2, is he went down to the very bottom of the group and he hit export these contacts to Excel.
Okay. It exports. So, John, I have a question. So,
And there's my call list.
do you, when you create the groups, you send them every day of the week to a different group. Am I correct on that?
Correct.
Okay.
So if you look at, Mark sent it to group number 2 today.
Yeah.
Okay. So what that means is he did group 2 today. He's doing group 3 tomorrow, group 4 on Wednesday, group 5 on Thursday, group 6 on Friday. Next Monday will be group 7, and then next Tuesday will be group 8. Now, Mark will hit me up on either Friday or Monday, and he'll go, I need another video because we're getting ready to start a new cycle.
Okay. Okay.
So if you go and look at the lady that we were just looking at, right?
Uh-huh.
Terry.
Yeah. Yes.
Okay. All these emails are a different video.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, now 7. She's received 7 different emails from me consistently over that time, and every single topic has been different.
Okay.
And when John Pyron calls up on the phone, she'll recognize your voice immediately because she's seen you on video.
Yeah. And so let's complete the loop. So now what's going to happen now that that part's done, right? All I'm going to do is I'm going to take my list that Mark sent me, okay, and I don't have to have a scheduled event, right? Literally, I can just sit here and go, okay, I'm ready to start making phone calls. I don't even have to print the list, right? I just focus on group 2. And all I have to do is sit here. I already know what video's been sent out, right? So all I need to do...
I'm sorry, John, I'm not trying to interrupt you. Do you work off of this particular screen right here or that other list that you showed me that you said was printed out earlier? I'm just curious.
For me personally, I print the list and I work off a printed list.
All right, sir. Okay, thank you.
So you can make notes, am I correct?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
So here we go. The email or the email sent out. Well, that's this guy, right? Okay. So all I would do if I'm on my screen, right? If I want to dial from the screen, all I got to do is sit here, dial the phone number, and so I would dial the number.
Okay.
Okay. And if I got him live, I'd run him through a script. If I got voicemail, I would hang up. Because
you don't leave a message?
Because I'm in the first quarter.
First quarter, second quarter, third quarter. In the fourth quarter
is when I leave a message.
Got it. You got any high impact messages that you're leaving that you're getting calls back on?
So here's the voicemail I leave. This is Carl, right? So Carl, I met Carl. I got Carl from LinkedIn. That's why I have referred by for my right? Because I always give Carl a reference point. Okay. So if I was calling Carl this afternoon, which I'm going to actually because I need to set some appointments. So I will call Carl later this morning. I'll call him. I'm only going to work 2 quarters today for appointment setting only.
Okay.
So what that means is I already know by looking at my calendar today, I'm only going to work 2 quarters. Okay. And it's for the sole purpose of setting appointments. I won't do any other work today because I typically take Mondays off. Okay, and so what I'm going to do is I'm going to call Carl later this morning, and if I get Carl's voicemail, I'm going to hang up. Then I'm going to call Carl again this afternoon between 4 and 5. And if I get Carl's voicemail, I'll say, "Hey, Carl, it's John Pyron. Hey, you and I know each other from LinkedIn." And the reason for my call is I tried to get a hold of you this morning, and I know you're busy and you're unavailable, but I sent you an email this morning, and it had a video that I created just for you on setting up appointments and referrals. It's one of the best referral systems I've ever used, and I thought I'd pass on the knowledge to you. If you need any help at all in teaching that to your team or implementing it yourself, get back to me, okay, man? Other than that, we'll talk to you soon. Have a great one. Take care. Bye-bye. I don't leave him my phone number. I don't leave him anything.
How does he know okay, so he's got all your contact info on the email. That's where
he's going to go find the email.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, okay.
Now, if he doesn't go find the email, the next time John Pyron sends him an email, right, he's not going to delete it.
No.
Okay? Now, Carl has been getting an email from me since I migrated everything to Less Annoying CRM on the 18th of June. That's when I started using the CRM. Okay? So Carl probably came over from my other CRM, which I've been running this system since February. Okay? So this guy has gotten, you know, a consistent email. Okay?
Okay.
He has not gotten a call from me probably. Well, he hasn't gotten a call from me at all.
Uh-oh.
So, because for me, whenever I make calls, even when I have my printed list,
Yeah.
I will go in here at the end of the day and I will enter my note for the call.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so you can have
So all I would do is test email, test while training. That's all I'm going to call this. That way I know it wasn't a call. But I would basically say called left message. And that's it.
Okay.
Okay? And then I know that I called him.
Okay.
I can delete this note, which I'm going to do. Okay? And that's it. And so the cool thing is, I don't care if I've ever called Carl. Okay? The cool thing is, I now need some appointments, so I'm going to call Carl. Okay?
Oh, okay. So when you run out of appointments is when you go back and add people to your group.
Yeah, because the nice thing is if you look at this as a crock pot, right? We're making stew, right?
Okay.
Carl's been warmed up. I mean, Carl has been excessively warmed up.
Yeah.
Carl likes my email because he's never requested to get out.
Yeah. Okay.
Had he requested to get out, he would be deleted.
Okay.
Okay? Because of the nature of the email. Right?
Okay, I have a question. When you send them from Less Annoying CRM, if they request to be removed, is the CRM removes them from the group, or I get an email and I have to remove them from the list, from the group?
That's a great question. Because it is not coming from an email marketing database, they have to let me know that they want to be taken off the list.
Oh, so they send it, okay, so it comes to you. Okay, that's
right
what
back.
I wanted to know.
And that's how you prefer, right, John?
That's how I prefer it.
Okay.
Okay? I don't want them opting out. I want this to be a very personal nature deal.
Okay.
Okay, that's why, and it is work. It takes Mark 19 minutes to send out 25.
He's timed himself?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And so he's going to send out the email. So that's that, right? Now, one of the things that Mark also does, okay, now that he's sent out the 25 touches and I've got my call list for today, Mark will go over to Facebook and he probably put it in here. Okay, let me see where he... Look at my wife and I.
I know. I told Grant, I said, how romantic is that?
We were at a winery, man. And I was like, man, we took a selfie.
Wow.
So I helped myself. Okay, so he obviously has not, what he will end up doing is I've identified 8 groups, right? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, these are the groups I manage. But these 8 groups correspond with my group list in Less Annoying, right? So when he sends out later on today, okay, I'm going to find out why it hasn't been done. But later on today, what Mark's going to do is he's going to go in here and he's going to say, hey, check out this video. So
okay.
Okay? And then I'll get notifications of people liking that video. Okay, in fact, let me see if he put it up there. Let's see here. Boom, 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 boom. So I will verify with him why it's not there. Okay, but what will happen is it'll ultimately be there, and then I'll get notified that it was there. Okay?
Okay.
So, and then he's going to go over to LinkedIn, and he's going to do the same thing. And he's going to go down, and I have groups down at the very bottom. And he will go into, he has the list. I have 39 groups. He has the list of what number, which groups I'm currently targeting, and he will go in there and he'll post the same thing. And
do you have the paid version of LinkedIn, right?
I do.
Okay.
I do. It's not required to do this, to have the paid version.
No, I know, but
Yeah.
I guess there's more.
Yeah, and if you go to the video that we did on how to generate leads on LinkedIn, you'll see why it's important to have a paid subscription, because you got a lot more search features.
Yeah, that's what it was. I tried to search a while back on something, and it was very limited.
Yeah, key thing to remember in Facebook, though, with LinkedIn, you can post the YouTube link.
Yeah.
Right? With Facebook, you need to upload the raw video.
Oh yeah, you do. You can't paste the link. You have to
because if you upload a link to a YouTube video, Facebook does not populate it as much as they do their own videos.
Mm-hmm.
Okay?
That's cool. Yeah.
And so to wrap it up, basically what you have to do is just you're consistent. Okay?
Yeah.
It's really all it comes down to is it's the consistency and the persistency of making it happen.
Yes.
Okay? As long as you make 25 marketing touches a day, you'll always have 200 leads that are warmed up and ready for you to call on.
Okay.
And it doesn't matter if they're a cold lead. Like I gave you 25 leads, right?
Okay.
Those are cold leads for you guys, right?
When they start sending videos, we'll warm them up.
You're going to warm them up, and yeah, and then they'll do business with you. Okay, so that's the value. Okay, and then you just do it consistently and persistently. I mean, that's how I was able to go from $600 a month to over $10,000 a month in one-on-one coaching.
Oh, wow.
I did that in less than, I think it took me 5 months, because it was at the end of May that I hit that goal. So I started December 2nd, but I didn't have all this stuff figured out until February. It took me December, because I was an Eric Lofholm trainer, right? And the only thing I had to go off of was a 45-page manual of what he did 14, 15 years ago when he started, right? And then we had a couple of weekly calls. That's all I had to go off of. Nobody had ever proven that trainer program except for him. And so when I decided to go for it, when my income dropped, I had an emotional desire, right? Okay.
Yeah.
And I spent December and January figuring it out. Actually, how do you actually build a business? Right? How do you actually build a business out of this whole thing? And it took me till the end of January to figure out all these systems. And man, when I discovered the systems and I created them from scratch, it just skyrocketed. I mean, it doubled in February, doubled in March, doubled in April, 2.5 times in May, doubled again in June. I had a full coaching practice by the end of June. And then 10 more got added in the month of July without, I didn't make any appointment setting calls at all in the month of July. And I got 10 new clients in the month of July because Mark was consistent with the marketing touches, and all those people set their own appointments with me. I picked up two clients last month, same thing. They set their own appointments with me.